Alright, yesterday JB Muturi was at Fix the Nation, and we basically just want to see what went down there because the man had a lot to divulge. And with no further ado, let's get after it. Now, first up, this has to be the sickest thing I've ever heard about the CIC. That apparently he's the one behind the Adani deal. No shocker there, we all knew that. But there was $1 billion which was to come to this country in the form of a grant, but it was not going to go through Treasury. They were trying to circumvent Treasury and reroute the money to people's pockets. Just listening to JB Muturi exposing this rot that is within cabinet.
He's the one who's clearly behind it. And I know this because when his advisor, Adani Mohammed, invited me to attend the COP28 in Dubai in 2023, he gave me a lot of information which ended up with the Adani deal about the airport specifically. Even during that same time, some Russian oligarchs who had offered to invest $1 billion here in Kenya. And again, it came from Adani Mohammed. In fact, I have even staff telling me that an NGO, I go and check. If there's no, I said the NGO councils, we don't have any such company.
No such thing is registered.
Then on the day we were coming from India, after that COP28, we flew to India for state visit, blah, blah. I am landing on my way back because Guru, this guy of Defki, you see Ruto around him. It's one of the Guptas. When Guru told me during breakfast on the day we were leaving Delhi, that that plane of the president is not good. I've chatted another one for him. As we are going direct, get an executive jet. I've gotten him. So I land in Dubai. Ruto is calling me. Those people, those Russians want you. They are there. They are in Dubai. They are waiting. You signed in. I said, I'm just at the airport and I'm on transit. I am not leaving the airport. He said, no, but they are there. Your people, your staff have already worked on the document. I said, no, I will need to go and review it in office.
This document being the deal?
The deal. They were purporting to give a grant of $1 billion to grow allegedly 3 billion trees to answer 15 billion. William Ruto, whenever he comes up with a program, it's for money making. For him, it's for money making. Now, I come and tell them, they bring me an MOU. I tell them, and I remember I spoke about the MOUs.
Yes.
I told them, it came from the Minister of Environment, which they pushed through. I tell them this thing, the $1 billion can only be by way of a grant, but it cannot come directly to the ministry because under the PFM Act, Section 47, it can only go through the National Treasury. They are trying to avoid that money going to the National Treasury, and it's money coming from abroad.
Right.
And
you're being asked to sign in an airport.
I'm being told to sign at Dubai airport, and there's William Ruto calling me directly. I'm telling you.
As far as I'm concerned, this is enough material to have a forward-thinking member of parliament draft the articles of impeachment, collect signatures, and table them. If we are truly a forward-thinking nation, by the month of May, we ought to have a new president by way of impeachment. A grant cannot come to the country and you're trying to circumvent Treasury. And the reason they don't want to go through Treasury is because everything touching on Treasury is in the public domain. The MPs will know about this money, the senators will know about this money, and Mbadi will be subpoenaed to go appear before the budget committee and other committees, including the plenary, to explain where the money went. So to keep Mbadi out of that equation, to keep Treasury out of that equation, they decided to circumvent it. And I feel bad even for people like John Mbadi, because you can be CS of Treasury and money is coming into the country and you're not aware. In a petition huku around the corners. This is the biggest offense that I've seen since the 2022 election. It is worth impeaching. If ile ya Gachagua ilikuwa worth kumtuma nyumbani sababu ya ati ukabila, hii imepita hiyo by miles. Now, of course, JB Muturi followed up by basically just letting the country know that we're dealing with a corrupt guy. Here's the tip.
My own assessment. When I watch William Ruto sometimes talking to members of cabinet and to see him say, I do not want to see corruption in my government. Then I start wondering, who is this talking?
Now, JB Muturi, you're not alone. Hata sisi tukisikia ujamaa akisema atapigana na ufisadi, hakuna shilingi ama sumuni itapotea in his government, we just know that is a fallacy. It is the same way mtu kusema ati evil can cast out evil. It doesn't make sense. It's the same way pia mkora hawezi komesha ukora. It doesn't work. If the president is truly against corruption, he should start by resigning because he has been part and parcel of it based on what JB Muturi has said. Hii mambo ya kufanya tour and you're the most corrupt person in the country, it is wrong. Achukue accountability, aseme sababu nilikuwa nimehusika na mambo fulani, sasa mimi nimejiuzulu, nimeachia wengine waendelee. That is a path to redemption. Number 3, JB Muturi let us know that the president has multi-personality disorder, that the Ruto that we know is not the one that they know. And the Chinese usually say everybody has 3 faces. There is the face that everyone knows, there is the face that people who are close to you know, and there is the face that only you know, and that's the real you. So kama face number 2 ni mbaya hivyo vile JB Muturi is saying, what about the real Ruto, the one that only he knows about? Anyway, here's JB Muturi elaborating the same.
I think William Ruto is one person with is a person with 2 personalities. The William Ruto that presents himself to the public is a completely different character from the one that sits behind in the office and crafts stuff. I think that kind of person is quite a dangerous character. I think William Ruto is actually unfit for the position of President of the Republic of Kenya.
Now, at the end of the day, my assessment of this expose by JB Muturi is that we are due, in fact, we are long overdue for an impeachment. We need a new commander-in-chief. It's high time. Hata hii yenye watu wanasema Ruto must go, I said it yesterday, Ruto going is not enough. We must even vet and see who is coming. Ni nani anakuja baada yake. You can remove Ruto and bring another person who we also have to struggle to remove. Let's make our lives easier. Ule mbaya aende na kuwe replaced na mtu ako na maadili. But at the end of the day, guys, that's just my opinion. Do let me know your own comments in the comment section below. I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. In the event you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.